With that, Chairman, I yield back.
Generally yields. Mr. Gabarino is recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Secretary, thank you so much for being here today. I'm the chairman of the Subcommittee on Cybersecurity Infrastructure Protection, so I work with CISA a lot. I have a few quick questions for you. Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act of 2015 provides the modern basis for information sharing between the private sector and the federal government. My subcommittee tomorrow will be having a hearing on CISA, the renewal of CISA 2015, since it expires in September. I'm just wondering, do you support the reauthorization of CISA 2015 ahead of its expiration?
Yes, I do, sir. It's an incredibly important piece of legislation.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Another hearing that we had this year, we dealt with the proposed CISA rulemaking process, and it started under the Biden administration. We heard from industry; they were not happy the way it went. I'm not happy with the way. I'm sure a lot of people aren't happy the way it went, and I still remain concerned that the scope of the proposed rules has strayed from congressional intent. One of the things that came up at our hearing was whether or not CISA would consider to provide an ex parte process so we could get more comments from industry and hopefully get this back on track instead of starting over from scratch because it has to be done. Is that something that the department would consider?
Yes, we would support that, sir. I think that more input from the private sector is important to make sure we're doing the appropriate actions.
I mean, information sharing and making sure that people are actually responding to incidents instead of talking to their attorneys, I think is very, very important. And we want to make sure that this is the response rule, not just one of many other rules that are out there. I sent a letter back on February 19th regarding workforce reductions. It was about CISA staff that was fired and their responsibilities and titles. I've not yet received a response. And given the growing number of the growing cybersecurity threat landscape and the administration's stated interest, which they have in addressing these threats, I'm concerned that reducing CISA's staff will not help CISA accomplish the mission of protecting cybersecurity, providing cybersecurity to the people that need it, or helping. The letter asks for the number of staff, the responsibilities of those staff, and the impacts on CISA's ability to fulfill its mission. I know you can't provide that answer now, but can I get a commitment to get that response to that letter sometime soon?
Absolutely.
I appreciate that as well. And I know we're here about the budget, so I do want to ask some questions. In the administration's skinny budget request, it's seeking a $491 million reduction for CISA. I'm all on board with getting rid of disinformation and misinformation, and I was supportive of that cut, but that was in fiscal year 2023, that was only $20 million. Only $20 million of its budget went, so getting rid of that still leaves about $471 million of cuts, which is about a 17% cut to its total budget. Why such a large cut? And in addition to that, there was also, I believe, a program request moving $130 million around. What programs are going to be affected with that request?
Well, Congressman, the focus within CISA needs to be on ensuring that it's fulfilling why it was created. It was created to support critical infrastructure and to make sure that we're out there addressing the cybersecurity concerns that we have. The reductions that you see are in the areas where it got off mission, where it was involved in mis, dis, and malinformation, and also the censorship activities. That's where the reflection is, but the cybersecurity side of CISA is strengthened and emboldened under President Trump's leadership and will be into the future, and making sure that we're giving them the tools that they need to create new partnerships. Those plans to partner with private industries will make us much more efficient and accountable to taxpayers, while making sure that we actually have answers to some of the threats that we have in front of us. That's the thing that has alarmed me the most about CISA is the lack of information that they have, the lack of solutions that they have, and how they protect our critical infrastructure. And when you look at Volt Typhoon, it wasn't just that we're vulnerable. It's that the Chinese have proven, PRC has proven with bad actors that they can shut down our water plants, our electrical grid, that they have the ability to do that. And if we think something in the past like a pandemic or A crisis like that was scary. Wait until people's electricity is gone or their water system shuts down. And so that is one of the reasons why CISA needs to be laser focused on truly what its mission is.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I'm out of time, but I also just want to say, I hope we can work together on this, and I'm very excited for Mr. Planky's nomination. I think he's
Yes.
going to do a great job, and hopefully they can confirm him sometime soon. But I'd like to talk to you more about the budget when we have a chance.
His
Thank
time has expired. Chair recognizes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask unanimous consent